Hi everyone. So I want to update on my cell phone and data usage. So I did a video a while back. It was talking about that I have a Verizon cell phone plan and that I had two hotspots. One of them was a Verizon hotspot that was kind of piggybacked onto my phone plan. And then the other hotspot was from Page Plus. That's an MVNO on the Verizon network. And I pay 61 bucks a month for that unlimited hotspot. So I've made a big change. So my cell phone that I was using was a Samsung Galaxy S6. So I bought that, I think I've had it 4 years. When I bought it, the 7 had just come out, and because I'm cheap, I bought the previous model, right? So I bought the 6 when the 7 came out, then the 8, the 9, the 10, and now the 20 is out. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 20. So there were 5 newer models than the model I had. The phone was always great. It was a great phone, but over the last, I don't know, 2 months or so, it's become progressively worse to use. And then most recently, just about a month ago, since I've been here in New York, the battery is not holding a charge even for a day. So I always plug the phone in overnight. That's something I've always done. And then I would get the phone in the morning and it would not hold the charge. If I was actively using it and messing around with it, it was actively just dropping down. It would get down to like 15% and then it would just shut off. Then I would plug it in and it would immediately show that the battery was at like 16%. So there's something, wrong. The battery has failed. And so because of that, I decided it was finally time I was going to have to replace that phone. And, there's no way on this earth that I'm buying a $1,000 or $11 or $12 or $1,300 Samsung Galaxy 20 Ultra Plus Mega, whatever they are. There's no way. I just can't justify that. So I saw an article a month and a half ago that Samsung was coming out with the follow-up to their A50, which is their, not the Galaxy line, but the kind of the next notch down. Their A50 was a really well reviewed phone. They were coming out with a new version, the A51. And I said, okay, I'm gonna look at that. So that's what I ended up getting. And at the same time that I was thinking about getting a new phone, I said, do I still want to stick with Verizon, right? Do I want to be with Verizon and get my phone through them, pay it on the monthly plan and be with them for another 2 years? And the answer was not necessarily. I did not necessarily want to stay with Verizon. I'm going to do a breakdown on the screen here of the cost, where I was at with Verizon, and then where I'm at today, just a couple days later. I'm not with Verizon anymore, and I've made a change that has saved me a good chunk of money every month, and I'm not anticipating any difference in performance. So stick around and let's go through what I did. It's such an attractive combination, such an attractive offer. It's kind of a no-brainer that I went ahead and did this. Okay. So I had a Verizon phone, I had a Verizon hotspot, and I had a Page Plus hotspot. Fast forward 2 more days later, I have a visible wireless phone, and I have a Page Plus hotspot, and that's it. So under the Verizon plan, on my old Galaxy S6, I was paying, in total, all up and in fees and all that good stuff, I was paying $106 a month for the phone and for that little ellipsis hotspot, this one that you see right here. So this was on my Verizon plan for an extra 10 bucks a month to give me 15 more gigs of high-speed data. I wasn't really using it because I always used my Page Plus hotspot. This one is rock solid. I use it every day, day in and day out when I'm traveling, and it always works. So this one was not even really getting used. So dropping it along with my phone was not a big deal, okay? So the change included getting this new A51 phone. This is the newest Samsung model. And it, you know, it's got all the latest and greatest. I mean, this thing has 4 cameras. It's plus, you know, plus the camera on the front up there at the top. So I just ordered a case for it because this thing is slipperier than a balloon with baby oil on it. And I'm just so afraid I'm going to drop this thing. So I'm barely carrying it around to use it here for these first few days. My case will be here tomorrow, so then I'll be a lot more comfortable. So I ordered the A51. I bought it right from Visible Wireless, and the price was $408, all up and in. Visible right now is giving me a $200 gift card, MasterCard gift card after 2 months of service. So I spend $408 on the A51, and then after 2 months I get $200 back. Then I took my Samsung S6, my Galaxy, and I put it on eBay yesterday for 60 bucks, and it sold in half an hour. And I got paid through PayPal. So that's what's in the FedEx box. This is the box that the A51 came in, and now I'm shipping my Galaxy to the new owner. So I paid shipping, so I netted 53 bucks. So 408 minus the 200 for the gift card is 208, minus the 53. So the math will be on the screen because it's early morning and I can't do the math. But Visible only costs 40 bucks a month. It's unlimited. It's on the Verizon network. So it's 4G, unlimited. You're deprioritized during times of congestion. I'm okay with that. And it's 40 bucks a month, all up and in. No taxes and fees on top of that. So instead of 106, I'm paying 40. So I'm saving 66 bucks a month. So if the phone costs me 145 in 2 months, 2.5 months, not even, the phone will be paid for by the savings each month from switching out of Verizon. So I'm super happy. So now my cell phone, my total data bill is 40 bucks a month for the A51 on Visible, and 61 bucks a month all up and in for the Page Plus hotspot. Now you can also hotspot on your Visible phone. They allow that. Hey buddy, stay with me in here, okay? I don't have you hooked up, but you can't go taking off. You stay here. They do allow hotspot on the Visible phone. What they say is that right now they're only allowing you to connect one device to it. But I've seen a lot of people talk about they've connected multiple devices to it. So, you know, will I use it for hotspot? I'm sure there'll be times when I'll connect to it for hotspot. But having to connect multiple devices to it, I don't see that an issue for me right now. And it sounds like you can go ahead and do it anyways. And they say that the hotspot data speed is limited to 5 megabit download speed, which is still plenty. You know, that's fine. So I was 106 on Verizon plus 61. Now I'm 40 plus 61. And I've had this phone for 2 days. I've run some speed tests on it. It's definitely 4G on the Visible network or on the Verizon network. I'm getting 55, 60 megabit download speed. It runs beautiful. The phone itself is, you know, it's a Samsung phone. It runs flawlessly. So I don't see that times of congestion will be an issue. There were times when my Verizon phone, during times of congestion, like certain boondock locations that were super packed, you would have 4 or 5 bars, but you couldn't even get a web page to open because there's so many people in that area hammering on that one tower that there's no bandwidth to be had. So in those situations, the Verizon phone, and I was a post-pay, so I was top tier as far as priority, it couldn't get anything to work. So in those situations, is the Visible going to be any worse? I don't think so. Now, the Visible purchasing experience, ordered the phone on their website in the afternoon a few days ago. It was on my front porch by noon the next day. So it was free. So it's free overnight shipping. So I ordered it in the afternoon. It wasn't even 24 hours later. I had the phone in my hands. So, you know, bravo to them for working out that supply chain issue and getting everything shipped quick. So super happy that I've saved this money, this monthly cost, because when I did my bill breakdown per month on what I'm spending right now, my fixed costs, my data and phone were the bulk of my fixed monthly costs. My insurance on the truck and the motorcycle is very inexpensive. Between the Verizon and the Page Plus added up, it was about 65% of my total fixed cost every month. So that tells you that I'm glad to be saving off of that monthly cost. So if you folks are thinking about a way to have good phone service, reliable for low cost, look at Visible. One of the I'm going to say downsides to Visible is they only allow certain specific phones. They sell phones on their website, or you can bring your own. And the list, like I put in the IMEI number for my Galaxy, and I couldn't bring it to Visible. So for whatever reason, even though it was on the Verizon network, Visible said I couldn't bring it there. So it wasn't an option for me to keep the Galaxy there, which I wouldn't want to keep it anyways. It was just junk. And if the new owner of it that bought it off of eBay for $60, if they put a battery in it, I'm sure it'll be just fine. I did a factory reset on it, so it's at the welcome screen, ready to be set up by a new user and reactivated with a new SIM. And if it had a new battery in it, it would be a fine phone. I'm sending them, I had a case that was still in the package, plus the case that was on it. I'm sending them both of those. I'm sending them the original power adapter that plugs into the wall and a USB cable. So they'll be able to get the phone, plug it in and charge it, and put it in a case immediately. One other thing I should mention is that Visible right now, your first month is only $25 instead of $40. So $408 for the phone and $25 for my first month. And I ported my number over from Verizon. I should mention that when I ordered the phone and went through the ordering process on their website, part of it was I wanted to keep my number, so I needed my Verizon account PIN, security PIN. And so they were able to get the porting done again within when I went to activate it the day that I got it. So the next day when I put the SIM in that they included, I was able to activate it. They had already gotten the number port switched over. And right after that, I went to go back on the Verizon website to see about like making sure that the hotspot was also canceled, because it was its own line, but it was on the plan with the phone. My account's no longer active, and from what I read, as soon as you do a number port, it cancels your account. So my Verizon is dead. If anybody needs an Ellipse hotspot, post-pay, I have one. And I also have one of these that's a prepay version, brand new, that I tried my own little fudgy hack with on Page Plus, and it didn't work. So I actually have two of these, a post-pay and a prepay. So if anybody needs an Ellipse, shoot me a comment, shoot me an email. Email is in the video description, always in the video description, right below the video. Shoot me an email and we can work something out and I'll ship it over to you. All right, everyone, thanks for watching the video. I've got something exciting coming up. I have an item that's on its way here. It'll be here Tuesday in 2 days. It's something I'm going to be adding to the truck that's a long time coming. If you can guess what it is, put a comment down below and tell me what you think I'm going to be installing in the truck. And I've talked about it before, and I'm finally going to go ahead and do it, and I got it all planned out. And it's going to be awesome, and it's going to be done before I think about hitting the road. So leave a comment if you can guess what you think I'm going to be installing. Everybody, I hope you had a really great 4th. We had a nice grill cookout yesterday with my folks. Thanks, everybody. God bless America, and we'll see everyone real soon.